Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go.
On the counter, McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing his Levis on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Eagles will take possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
No touch, sir. No touch.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
No touch, sir. No touch.
Robinson on the inside give. He's contained at the line for no gain. Brought down by Fred Warner. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
No touch, sir. No touch.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Catch made over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Great, set. Hey, easy, 63, bad. No touch.
1st and 10, here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 2nd down. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Great, set. No touch.
Hurts throwing again. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
49, right 49.
On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Like 54.
Going run again with McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And the Birds bring out the nickel look. Third down coming up.
Like 24.
Levis from the shotgun. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Like 49.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Like 54, like 54.
Shotgun now for Levis. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Levis setting to throw. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And they make the tackle at the 38.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Options are open here. It's second and inches. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down, ball at the 36.
Hey, come on.
They stick with McCaffrey. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Sidney Brown in on that stop. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go.
Levis now off the play fake. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are out of bounds on the return with a big interception to end this quarter. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have it following that interception on the final play of the first quarter. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
We're on here with Will Shipley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with third down and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
He'll start from the 39. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the 49ers will go on offense. From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up second and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They send the tight end in motion. From the gun, Levis. That one's incomplete over the middle. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they'll face a third and 3.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Levis back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go. Connect.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Going with McCaffrey. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
From the 38. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it's 3rd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The rookie out of UCLA has it. And he makes the Husko. It's a touchdown on the pick six. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
Point after added on by Elliott. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. After that pick, here's Levis. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with the receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Motioning one of the tight ends. Throwing now on 1st down, Levis. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch.
Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Like 54.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Like 13, like 13.
From the 36. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Like 46, like 46.
McCaffrey on third down. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The 49ers working here. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Like 0, like 0.
Receiver in motion, going left. Levis now on first down. He's got Ayuk on that slant. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here we go.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 21. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Couldn't find Deebo Samuel on that throw. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. The tip definitely broke up that throw. So it's going to be 4th and short.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Moody knocks it through. And that'll get him back to 11.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
No touch, set. No touch.
Hurts now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 5. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
No touch, set. No touch.
Hurts to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Stays upright. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Hits him on the out route.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Good, set. Hey!
A play fake now hurts to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Great, set. Hey, 73. Delta.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Set.
Hurts looking to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Sims now on the return. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. One last play before the break.
49, right 49.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. On now is Cook to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
No touch, sir.
They bring a tight end in motion right.
No touch, sir.
1st and 10 are under Robinson. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard.
No touch, sir. Carlos Yates.
Sending the tight end in motion left.
No touch.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. He's got it at the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
No touch.
On 1st down, Hurts. Has it down close. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Like 54.
They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. On the give, it's McCaffrey. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Back-to-back runs yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this 3rd down.
49. 49. Tracy. Set.
Shotgun now for Levis. That's caught for the 1st. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. They get 37 on the play. And that's a 49er first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they pick him off again. And the Eagles take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Taken in by Smith. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Great, set.
Quickly out to the right, complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Great, set.
Going option, headed left on this first down. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
That's Smith on the slant. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Just a tremendous effort from the defense there. A sense of urgency on first down in the red zone. Got to find a way to knock this offense backwards, and the defense just did.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Right 5-4! Right 5-4!
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Buys time, rolling right. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Hey, come on, come on. Here.
From the gun, Levis. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down.
Here we go.
Levis now off the play fake. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Odd, right 5-4.
They'll motion a tight end left. Levis here on 1st down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's 49ers football as we enter the 4th of what's been a largely one-sided game. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Odd, right 29.
Trying again following the sack. Brought in by Ayuk near the sideline. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. They get 28 out of that play. And that's a 49er 1st down.
Or 54, right 54.
Levis to the air now. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Quinion Mitchell. And the Eagles take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in 1 game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more. and they know it.
No, sir.
Second down now, 7 to go.
No, sir.
Another carry for Robinson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be third and just a yard.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Third down give to Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Eagles are in punt formation. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Secures this at the 17. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This is McCaffrey, left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
From the 29. He's got a man left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And they pick him off again. And the Eagles have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Great.
Motion man right is Smith. Gonna start things off with a sweep. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Now, a great way for the offense to start the drive, Brock. A free 5 yards, and now a much shorter first down. One of the tight ends motioning left. Play action on first down. He's got Smith. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll come up first and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
63.
Staying with Robinson. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
Great.
A give left side. Here's Robinson. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. It's a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up 4th and 9.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
22 window.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. 49ers just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Levis from the shotgun. That's taken in by Bell. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Throwing now on 1st down, Levis. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Jake Moody on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And the sting of losing such a close one the week